All of your belongings have been fully sorted out. This is the young lady's urn. I heard she was only 5. How truly tragic.
Seems father hasn't come to visit even once.
Sister, I have finally found the information you were looking for. It turns out that Sister Yun is not actually Yunqi's child. There is one more thing. Could you please take a look at this for me? Back during their premarital checkup, Yunqi was diagnosed with low sperm motility. That child of Sumanzi's came way too easily. I understand. Sis, I'll find a way to get a paternity test done. I also found out that Sumanzi is a corporate spy sent by a rival company. 5 years ago, she got close to Yunqi specifically to steal the Yun family's trade secrets. Now that she's making a comeback, if we leave her unchecked, the Yun Corporation will be in danger. And Yunqi's luck. You got scammed too.
Since Xiao Yue has finally woken up, I am sure she will be just fine. With so many people here to help, there is no reason for anything to go wrong. I am going to go and check on how Nuan is doing. Excuse me, may I ask which room the young girl named Yun Nuan was moved to?
Please, you really must not tell. I beg you, do not say a word to my husband about my daughter's passing. You must be the one to feed her. Yunnan has already been picked up by Ms. Jiang.
What? Xiaoya, Jiang Xiaoya, how could you take Nuan away without asking for permission? She has only just undergone surgery.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
I believe your daughter now. Right, weren't you too busy with that love child to be anywhere else?
Oh, Yuerian, it's not that I didn't want to come see Nuan. You know how it is. Xiaoya's situation is delicate, and I had to stay by her side while she was in critical condition. See? As soon as she woke up, I came straight here to see you and Nuan.
So, now that you've been so attentive to the mistress and her precious young child, a sliver of care slipping through my fingers. Nuan and I would be deeply grateful.
Why are you acting in such a cruel and hurtful way toward me? You were never the kind of person who would behave like this in the past. You are fully aware that you and Nuan are the two people I cherish and love the most in this entire world.
That you love me and Nuan. So how did Sumanzi and Yunye appear?
I've explained this to you so many times. It was just an accident. 5 years ago, I lost control in a fit of resentment and got drunk, and you were pregnant and couldn't come to pick me up. At the time, I hadn't been with a woman in so long. I swear to you, I honestly have absolutely no romantic feelings for her whatsoever. That entire situation was truly nothing more than a regrettable accident. I ended up firing her the very next day after I finally found out about it, but I never could have expected that she was actually pregnant, or that she would decide to go ahead and have the child all on her own. All these years, that mother and her young son must have surely endured a great deal of suffering and hardship. If it weren't for the fact that the child is so terribly sick, she never would have even considered coming to see me. I've failed as a father for all these long years, and now that she's suffering, I simply cannot just stand by and watch. Please, can you not try to understand my position? Besides, I have already made it perfectly clear. The moment Xiaoyi has recovered, I am going to throw them out of here without any delay. Just focus on living your life with Nuanua. I'm only going to see her once a month at most. Why can't you just be satisfied?
Something. Blame me for being pregnant and unable to pick you up then. You want my innocent daughter to pay for the debts you owe your son. I can't understand why you want to live the life of Jiang Xiaoya's family. Fine, I'm not kind and I'm not magnanimous.
Do you really have to speak in that manner?
Was the whole thing you had going on with Sumansi really just that one drunken hookup?
Mrs. Yun has been pregnant for 10 months. Mr. Yun, you must have been really frustrated. I fed her for you, so shouldn't you thank me?
You just can't keep it in your pants. Wanting to have it both ways. He couldn't bear to leave his gentle wife Xiaoyu at home. And yet they just cannot bear to give up the thrill of having an affair. Wanting to have his cake and eat it too. And they certainly do not want to lose their reputation. Is someone holding a knife to your throat forcing you to cheat? Do illegitimate children just pop out of thin air? You answer. You must answer me now. Have you forgotten the promise you made?
The film was translated.
You said you'd
and
never betray me in
narrated by
this life.
Media.
Have you forgotten the promise you made to Nuanua?
Daddy wants to be your hero forever and help you fight off the little monsters, okay?
You said you'd protect her your whole life. Yunxi, you treacherous, faithless. You failed your wife, abandoned your daughter. Wealth will shun your home. You'll suffer 1,000 needles' pain. Await your retribution.
You are not calm enough right now. Let us talk once you have finally calmed down. Oh no, they are in need of some extra help over at Ono's, so I really must head back there right away, if that's alright. About us, about our business, I'm leaving. I'm going now. I've got to go now.
Are you really leaving again?
It is getting quite late now, and I have kept her company for long enough. Besides, today happens to be Nuanuan's birthday, and I did promise that I would be with her.
But what about Xiaoye? What about him?
That is enough, Sumanzi. I really cannot keep on considering Xiaoye's feelings all the time. No, it's too late. I have to get back to the Yun residence right away.
Yeah.
Yan, please pick up the phone right now. What on earth are you doing? I have finally returned, so why aren't you answering me?
What's wrong?
I'm afraid that it is truly far too late for that. Alright everyone, Yuyan, Nuanuan. At long last, I have finally returned to where I belong. How come the lights aren't on yet? Hello there.
Oh no, Xiaoye is having a severe rejection reaction. He's convulsing from a high fever. It's not looking good.
What was it that you said? There is no need to panic. I will be back shortly.
Sis, he stood me up again. I just cannot believe he did this.
Yuyan, Xiaoya has had a sudden emergency. We'll have to make up for Nuanwen's birthday another day. Love you all so much.
It's truly laughable. They keep professing their love, yet whenever it matters most, they choose the mistress and the illegitimate child, leaving you behind. Divorce.
The film was translated and narrated by Mistress.
Yeah. Yuran, could you please tell me what you all are doing right now?
Who is this man? Zhang Yuran, how could you possibly be seeing another man behind my back like this?
You went behind my back and even had an illegitimate child, so why can't I see other men? All you have to do is just sign it right here.
Yuran, hold on a second. Things are not the same as they were before. I realize that I truly wronged you with Mansi and Xiaoye, but you really didn't have to go and find some random guy just to spite me. I'm not getting a divorce, so don't even think about suggesting it. Once Ono is feeling much better, I will send them on their way.
Does sending them away change the fact that you cheated? Can that really erase the harm you've caused this family?
What more could you possibly want from me at this point? Forget it. I really don't want to discuss this any further. Tell me, where is Nuanwan right now? Xiaoye's condition is showing signs of severe rejection. Only Nuanwan's special serum can save his life.
It's been ages since the accident. You haven't visited him once. Now you're back, just to take his blood. Do you even see Nuanwan as a human?
Why are you being so heartless? Saving a life is a noble deed. Besides, he is her own brother.
Does she even acknowledge him as her brother? Did you even ask for her opinion? You really treat her like an organ donor bank you can just tap into whenever you want.
You are being completely unreasonable. This is a matter of life and death. Drawing a little blood won't kill you.
Is that really so? Well, I'll tell you right now. You want Nuanwan's blood to save your illegitimate child, but she would rather die than agree.
Zhang Yuran, you're being completely irrational. Shut up. Xiaoye is just a child.
The film was
Are you
translated
really going to
and
stand there and
narrated
watch
by
him
Media.
die? I used to think you were kind and generous. I was wrong about you. Let me tell you, I'm Nuanwan's biological father too. And I have the right to make her save it.
Nuanwan, dear. Where has no one gone? Where have you hidden her away? Why is this room suddenly so clean?
You can forget about ever seeing her again.
Zhang Yuran, I think you have gone quite far enough now. As the child's father, I have the right to know where she is. Let's go. I order you to take me to Nuanwan immediately.
Just let him go now.
Who do you think you are? She's my wife. What right do you have to tell me what to do?
She's not your wife though. She is my woman. Tell me, do I truly have any business being here in this place?
Zhang Yuran, we are not even legally divorced yet, and you already have the absolute nerve to bring this lover of yours right here into my home just to stake his claim.
Anyway, for as long as I am here, do not even think about laying a single finger on her.
Okay.
All right, I give in. Jung Yuan, I have to say, you are truly something else entirely.
Throwing a tantrum here is useless. You'd better get back and find a way to save your bastard. If you delay his treatment, you'll regret it when it's too late.
So, you've made up your mind to hide Nuan, haven't you?
What? I'm not hiding her from you. If you really want to find Nuan, I can tell you where she is. But I have one condition.
What are the conditions?
I need you to handle this inheritance and get rid of it as soon as possible because I want nothing more to do with it.
It is you. How do you know?
Did you think I wouldn't find it just because you hid it in the safe? How dare you give your illegitimate child the same inheritance rights as Nuan?
Yuran, you and Nuan have already taken all of me. The only thing that I can possibly offer to Xiaoye is...
What did you say? Don't you gross me up? A piece of scum who betrayed his wife and hurt his daughter. Even a dog wouldn't want him. Who would? Besides, have you forgotten? You had nothing back then. It was my family's resources that helped you get where you are today. Now that you've made a name for yourself, you turn around and want to share the spoils with someone else. Don't even think about it. Revoke that will immediately transfer all your assets to my account and sign the divorce papers.
The film was
And
translated
as far as you're
and
concerned, I think it is
narrated
high
by
time that you
Media.
just get lost.
Young Yuran, are you really going to take it this far?
There is absolutely no room for negotiation here. Hand over the deed to the property, sign the legal agreement I have prepared, and I will tell you exactly where Nuan is.
I heard your brother-in-law is looking for your niece all over the city.
He is never going to see that object ever again. Some things, once they are lost for all time. Sister, I know you wouldn't want to be separated from Nuan, so I've laid you both to rest together. Are you and Nuan doing well over there? Is that the case?
Well, did you finally find out what's going on? Turns out she went to the cemetery. What? Seriously? The cemetery? What on earth could she be doing there? Let's go.
Sis, you know, karma has arrived much faster than we ever expected. That illegitimate child she doted on so much is now suffering from a severe case of rejection. He simply won't be able to survive without Nuan's specific blood type. It is honestly laughable that she is still out there frantically begging Nuan for that serum. But in the end, she will just reap exactly what she sowed and lose absolutely everything. As for the divorce agreement, rest assured, I will fulfill your wish, sever the last remaining tie between you and her, and watch with my own eyes as she falls from grace and plunges into hell.
Yuan, Dan, what are you doing here? Whose grave is this?
As you can see, your wife and child are both dead.
What are you talking about?
What? Let me tell you, the moment you caused our daughter's death while playing house with your mistress and her child, Jiang Yuan, your wife, died too. You are the one who killed them.
Yuan, must you twist the knife in my heart? Everything I've done was just to make amends and fulfill my responsibilities. My only goal is to return to you all, free of any burdens, and live a good life together.
What gives you the confidence to think that no matter what you've done wrong, your wife and kids will be waiting for you right there whenever you turn back? That is quite correct. The Zhang Yuan of the past loved you very much, even when you had nothing. She would go to any lengths to stand by your side and bear all of your children. But you see, people eventually die, and even the warmest hearts will grow cold. When you repay my kindness with nothing but hurt and betrayal, there is no turning back for us.
Yuan, I know this is my fault. I swear, from now on, I will never do anything to betray you again. I'll give you all the assets you want, but this is the last time. Just some of Nuan's serum is enough to save Xiaoye's life. Once Xiaoye is better, I will cut ties with them immediately. can and give far you show far she baha she.
Well, it's too late. The divorce is non-negotiable, and Nuan will never save your illegitimate child.
Yo, this is Yuan. So cool. Take your filthy, disgusting hands off of me right now. Just get out of my way immediately. Yuan.
What's wrong? Is she still refusing to hand over Nuan?
She's dead set on divorcing me, and she even made a fake tombstone for herself and Nuan just to force me to compromise.
Why don't you just go ahead and divorce her? That bitch is just so incredibly cold-hearted. She doesn't possess even a single shred of sympathy. She didn't even spare such a young child. Why are you keeping such a vicious woman around?
Who do you think you are, raising your voice at her, huh? Or who was the shameless one who crawled into my bed? Who was it that secretly pursued Xiaoye? By what right do you make Yuan bear all of this?
My perfectly fine family was ruined like this by you, you bitch. You thought you'd have a divorce by now, didn't you? Let me tell you, there is no chance of that.
Yuan is the only woman I have ever loved in my life, and I will never, under any circumstances, divorce her.
What on earth is going on? Why does Xiaoye suddenly need emergency treatment?
The doctor explained that it was acute necrosis, which was triggered by the body's rejection.
Oh my, it really seems as though poor Mr. Yun is just not destined to have a son of his own.
What are you doing here?
I came to the hospital for a checkup and happened to hear your son was in emergency. So I just stopped by to join the fun.
I am sorry, but you are not welcome here at this time.
We have been at each other's throats for over a decade now. Do you have any idea what my biggest trump card is?
You do not have a son at all.
That little brat, even if she does inherit the Yun group, it will eventually fall into the hands of outsiders. I originally thought that since you couldn't produce a son, the Yun group would have no successor. But now it looks like we're going to end up with nothing at all. Hey, hello.
Oh, let's go.
The film was translated.
It is, in fact,
and
just a
narrated by M Media.
Archie, please listen. The doctor says that Xiaoye is in a critical state and he simply cannot wait any longer. Without Nuan's special serum, he is fading away. I am begging you, please just agree to the request Jiang Yuchen has made. You should divorce her.
Oh, okay.
Yunchi, oh Yunchi, you are destined to be my stepping stone. Whether it's your company or my son, they will all be surrendered to me, and they will do so obediently.
I've made up my mind.
So as long as Yunchi signs this divorce agreement, you will hand over Nuan.
He still needs to transfer all the assets in his name to my account for it to work.
If Jiang Yuchen is so insistent on having those assets, I will simply hand them over to her. Yunchi's personal assets are substantial, but his company is worth far more than that. Do not try to butt me. The absolute priority right now must be saving our son's life. If we fail to save him, you will not see a single cent of Yunchi's assets either.
Alright, we are in full agreement. Once everything is finally over, you must hand Nuan over to us.
Of course.
Archie, hurry up and get that signed right now.
Yeah, Chen. Do we really have to take it this far?
Enough talk, just sign the document.
You must sign it now, Archie. Xiaoye is waiting for you to be done.
Once I've confirmed that all your assets have been transferred to my account, I will hand Nuan over to you.
All the assets have been transferred to your name now. Where exactly is Nuan?
She's here now.
You're playing us.
I am not messing around with you. If you find that you don't believe me, you are more than welcome to go and check for yourself.
Jiang Yuchen. But need you to just tell me what's going on. I really have to know.
Is there anything left for us to say? I have handed Nuan over to you, just as we originally agreed. If you truly wish to see her, you should go visit her grave.
是啊，有江于正江于有。
Mr. and I have verified the server transaction logs. This death certificate was indeed issued by the hospital, but only after the patient was confirmed to be deceased. Madam did not merely deregister the young lady. I fear she has also gone ahead and had Xiaoye declared legally dead.
That is impossible. How could this even be possible? This must be a setup orchestrated by Jiang Yuchen. How much money did she actually spend to bribe so many people at the hospital?
So you're saying Nuan didn't die, and Yuchen was lying to me?
Of course it is, absolutely. Nuan passed away, so how could it be that nobody notified you? She died at the exact moment she was needed to save Xiaoye. How could it possibly be such a strange coincidence? It must be that Jiang Yuchen prevented her from coming to save Xiaoye.
It must be true. It has to be. I knew it all along. My own little daughter. How could she ever possibly have done this? It must be Yue who lied to me. It must be Yue who lied to me.
How could this woman be so incredibly vicious? To prevent someone from being saved, she would actually go so far as to curse her own daughter.
You've gone to such extremes, even building a fake grave for our daughter just to jeopardize Xiaoye's life. Just how much do you hate me? How did we end up like this? No, I have to wait for Yue and get to the bottom of this.
Sir, what's wrong? It's bad. My daughter's rejection reaction is getting worse.
Yue, why did you lie to me? Why won't you see me? Why won't you listen to my explanation? But you're the ones I love the most.
Go ask your father.
Dad, you really need to come and take a look at this right now.
Archie, come on over and have something to eat, dear.
I'm on my way. You, I am filled with such deep regret. I never should have betrayed your trust or caused you and Nuan so much pain. You must harbor such intense hatred for me. Otherwise, you would not have refused to see me, and you would not have fabricated the tragic news of Nuan's death simply to inflict pain upon me.
Yunchi, things are looking really bad right now. Xiaoye's body is rejecting the treatment, and it's getting much worse. The doctor says if he doesn't get that serum, there's nothing more they can do for him. Could you all please go and beg Jiang Yue for help? Please. Can we go and ask her for mercy?
But Yu, for some reason, is simply refusing to meet with me.
No, that's not true. She loves you so much and you're still no anyone's father. Just apologize and she will definitely see you.
Right. I was completely wrong. I'll go beg for her forgiveness. I'm heading over right now.
Yeah, quick.
Stop right there, don't go.
Oh, you are.
What are you doing here?
You are. I beg you. I was wrong. Please, let me see Nuan one last time.
Nuan is dead. Are you incapable of understanding plain language? If you want to see her, go visit her grave. No one will stop you.
Yeah, Yue, can you please stop talking to me like this? You know full well that you and Nuan are my life. I've been feeling so uneasy lately, and I keep having nightmares. I dreamt of Nuan. Shh. You lie on the cold ground, soaked in blood. No matter how I call, you won't wake. My heart is shattering. Yue, I know you seek revenge, but please, not like this. I can't bear it anymore.
What was that just now? Are you only now finding this whole situation unbearable? Have you forgotten who personally ordered her into the operating room?
Stop trying to scare me, I mean it. You certainly won't die from losing a single kidney. Just because Xiaoye is Yunji's own child, you hold such a deep-seated grudge against him that you would rather fake your own daughter's death than save his life. Do you have even a single shred of compassion left at all?
Your so-called compassion is just taking what isn't yours, treating other people's children as an organ donor bank for your own. Losing a kidney won't kill you, but it will cause severe, irreversible damage. You keep saying you love Nuan, but when you pushed her into that operating room, did you ever stop to think that even if she makes it out, her life is completely ruined?
You err. The situation was urgent. There was no time to think. Nuan is my own daughter. No matter what she becomes, I will ensure her happiness and well-being for the rest of her life.
She's only 5, yet she has to face the world with a broken body. How could she ever know happiness or peace?
But Xiaoye is her own brother, after all.
Did she truly give full, voluntary consent for this procedure? You forcibly took her kidney, and now it's suffering severe rejection. Could Nuan be protesting this from within her own body? Are you seeking to take revenge for your own sake?
Playing tricks and spouting nonsense. I simply cannot believe that Nuan is as malicious as you are. Aren't you just holding a grudge against me and Xiaoye, using Nuan's name to vent your spite? After all, blood is always thicker than water. If you would only let Nuan meet Xiaoye, she might even be willing to save them.
Fine then. Such a touching display of family bonds. It really shows that blood is thicker than water, doesn't it? Since you insist, very well. I'll allow Nuan and Xiaoye to meet to see what moving chapter these siblings might write. That is, of course, provided that Nuan herself agrees. I won't stop you. Oh, please, come on now.
I beg you, please let me see the child.
It is settled. Your illegitimate child will have to go alone.
Go ahead, please.
Xiaoye, please try not to be afraid. No matter what might happen later on, you must promise to stay in touch with Mom and Dad, okay? Keep an eye on things here. I'm going to grab something.
Okay.
How's your preparation going?
Don't worry, it is entirely foolproof.
Yoonji has become quite unreliable lately. He is behaving in a very strange manner. If Yoon-won does not relent, it will be difficult for him to force his daughter to save anyone ever again.
That is not a problem at all. I'll go ahead and call everyone over.
Rated by M Media.
Yuan in Koljinian has brought quite a few people and they're gathering nearby. A group of reporters just showed up out of nowhere. I'm not sure what they're up to, but they're already heading your way.
Wait, a reporter, Uncle Jin Yan, and you two, Su Manzi. What game are you two playing with me?
Xiaoye, hey. Xiaoye, what's wrong? Xiaoye.
So, that's how the game is played. Su Manzi and also my dear Uncle Jinya. That man does not deserve the honor of being a father to any child. Oh, my dear Xiaoye. Hey, Zhang Yuran. How can you be so heartless? You won't even spare a sick child.
Oh, Jiang Yuran. How could you possibly do such a thing?
What makes you think I did it?
Xiaoye has hurt this badly. Do you really think the child would lie?
He wasn't lying. Then, may I ask, where is Nuanoan? Who pushed him off the building now? It is perfectly clear that she's on the run to escape from justice. You simply do not want her dragged away to donate her blood, which is why you have kept her hidden from the public eye. As a matter of fact, you had already made arrangements for someone to carry her and sneak her out through the back door. Isn't that right? So you still believe his story?
Jiang Yuran, you've become truly terrifying. So much so that I hardly recognize you. You could actually bring yourself to harm such a young child. How is Liang Nuanuan supposed to face the future, burdened with the stigma of having hurt her own brother? Do you even deserve to be a mother? You're crazy. You've actually lost your mind. I'm taking Xiaoye to the hospital now. If anything happens to him, I will never forgive you for the rest of my life. Just move it.
Yuyan, there are so many cameras installed here. Why didn't you explain it clearly to them just now?
Why are we in such a hurry? We are the ones holding the winning hand, so why be concerned about them trying to turn everything upside down? We just need to sit back and watch these clowns slap their own faces. I am begging you, please, you have to find a way to save my child.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
It's been taken care of, but the patient just suffered a major shock, triggering a more severe rejection reaction. If we don't get the donor's serum, they'll be in danger.
Oh my goodness, my poor sweet child. Why is it that he simply cannot seem to get better? I am begging you all to help me obtain some justice. She's the sister who cared for you like a mother. Yet she was framed by her mother's wickedness, and now she refuses to help. The doctor said the situation is critical, but she still won't show her face. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm begging you all. I'm Shaba's mother. Please, Please help me.
The mother is heartless, and the daughter is no better. Post this online, and let the reporters really expose it.
Dox that vicious mother and daughter. I refuse to believe there's no one who can hold them accountable. They must come out and apologize. If you hurt someone, you have to take responsibility.
Please, I really need you to help me out.
Buy a wave of trending topics and make sure the whole internet stops talking about this as quickly as possible.
I find people like you a disgrace. Truly, hell is empty and the devils are here.
It is truly inhuman and simply appalling.
Everyone, let's unite and launch a collective doxing campaign. We must track down this mother-daughter pair. They're worse than animals, and drag them to the hospital to apologize.
So that is the game they are playing. They think they can force me to submit by applying public pressure.
What exactly is it that you are planning on doing next? Tell me.
Since they're live streaming from the hospital, let's go. Let's jump on the bandwagon. How about...
Nuanzi, what are you doing? This will reflect poorly on the director and the actors. Get up.
Yes, stop shielding them. I know they're your ex-wife and daughter, and it's only natural that you can't bring yourself to act. But our son is dying too. Is it really so wrong that we went through with Nuan's medical procedure?
Oh my, so that woman who refused to help is actually his ex-wife. A man's attitude really matters.
Sister Yuan and I came between you and your family and took him away, but it is entirely my fault. You are free to beat me to death or drive me out of Yuncheng entirely. I will not offer any resistance, but could you please ask them to spare Xiaoye? After all, the child is truly innocent.
My God, the mistress really took her place.
That is a fair point, I suppose. Children are truly innocent beings, and the conflicts of adults should never involve them at all.
That is, after all, a precious human life. How could you ever take your anger out on such a young child?
He already promised her that once Xiaoye recovers, I'll take her away from here. Why is she still not satisfied?
And narrated by M Media.
That is really going too far. You are just so incredibly narrow-minded. It is no wonder men cheat.
Few men could put up with a woman as vicious as her. Stop talking nonsense. Yuan isn't that kind of person.
Are you still going to defend Zhang Yuan?
Mr. Yun, the entire internet is currently fixated on this deeply disturbing child abuse case. As the father and the central figure in this situation, could you please verify these very serious claims? Is your ex-wife, as has been widely claimed, truly pathologically jealous and intent on murdering your illegitimate child? And is young Yuan truly malicious enough to have intentionally harmed her own brother under her mother's direct orders?
I would love to hear it as well. What is Mr. Yun's opinion of his ex-wife and biological daughter?
This vicious woman actually dares to show her face after committing murder. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you.
We live in a society governed by the rule of law. If I am guilty, the law will punish me. What is this? Are you planning to use your numbers to take the law into your own hands?
Quiet down. Everyone, quiet down. We're live on air. Let's be reasonable.
It doesn't matter what others hear or how they choose to interpret it. Yanji, wait. I just want to ask you, do you truly believe that your wife, Zhang Yuan, who has stood by you through thick and thin, is so consumed by jealousy that she would try to harm your illegitimate child? And what about your own daughter, whom you once promised to protect for a lifetime? Do you really believe she is so vicious that she would hurt her younger brother?
The evidence is conclusive. Isn't that just the way it is?
Beyond you, and that bastard's one-sided story. Where's the proof? Yunji, who are you going to believe? Your wife who has stood by you through thick and thin, or a mistress who is full of lies?
It is me, yes.
This is your only chance to save your son.
Yuyao, you don't even call me Wan anymore. Isn't the truth of the situation completely obvious to you? I have handed over all of my assets to you, and in return you gave me a fake death certificate. You refused to accept Xiaoye, yet you still gamble with the life of your own daughter. That's disgusting.
So, it turns out the lady's accusation is indeed true.
Cold-blooded and born evil. You even laid a hand on your own brother. You're absolutely worse than a beast.
Everyone, quiet down, quiet down. My wife was never like this before. She wasn't like this at all. As her husband, I must accept responsibility for her transformation into someone so consumed by hatred and jealousy. I ask that you please grant her a little more time to change. As for our daughter, she has always been a truly innocent
and carefree girl. Her recent actions are simply the result of our failure to provide the guidance and discipline she needed. As a father, I apologize to everyone on her behalf. I am sorry.
Sister, oh sister, look at this man you once loved so deeply. He claimed he would take the burden for you, yet every word he utters is just kicking you while you're down, condemning you. You really have poor judgment of character. It is no wonder that you have ended up like this. I never wanted things to escalate to this point, but you have forced my hand, so I will grant your wish. Isn't that what you have always wanted, for me to hand over Nuanyuan?
Yuan, you have finally managed to figure it out.
Yunchi, you have absolutely no right to be apologizing on behalf of Nuanyuan. Someone like you truly does not deserve to be a father. You all want an explanation from me, don't you? Fine. Tomorrow, I will bring Nuanyuan here myself and give you the explanation you're looking for.
Then the poem written for Xiaoye first.
Once Nuanyuan is in your hands, whatever you do with her is strictly your own business.
That is truly wonderful news. It means that Xiaoye can be saved.
Go right ahead, have your laugh. We'll see if you're still laughing by tomorrow morning. You are the ones who insisted on broadcasting this on a public live stream. I truly hope you're prepared to handle the consequences. My poor sweet niece, even now that she has departed from this world, she is still being subjected to such malicious slander and such profound, bitter injustice. Don't worry. Auntie will get you justice tomorrow.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
Jiang Yuan, is she actually going to bring Nuanyuan over? Jiang Yuan, tell me, where is Nuanyuan? Didn't you promise me that you would bring her here with you today?
Yuan, look around. There are so many people here waiting for you. You might be able to lie to me, but you certainly cannot lie to all of these people.
Who told you that I didn't bring Nuanyuan?
Did you happen to bring Nuanyuan along? Where is she?
Miss Jiang, are you sure you brought your daughter? Why haven't we seen her?
I have indeed brought her here today, but before she meets everyone else, there is a particular question I would like to verify with Miss Sumanzi.
What would you like to ask me?
Are you absolutely certain it was my daughter who pushed your son down the stairs yesterday?
I am absolutely certain. That day, you made an excuse to have the two children meet, then sent everyone away and incited Nuanyuan to commit violence.
Sure, that is really not a problem at all.
Yuan, listen. Don't you have anything to say for yourself?
Facts speak for themselves. The truth is the truth, and a lie can never be the truth. I'll have Nuanyuan come out right now and tell you herself whether she actually did this or not.
Where could they be? I'm asking, where did they disappear?
She is here.
What does this mean? This is a funeral portrait? Does this mean Yun Nuan is already dead?
This is the death certificate issued by the shitty hospital. Yun Nuan, female, pronounced dead at 11:05 p.m. on July 7, 2025, at the age of 5, due to coagulation disorder and post-operative infection resulting from delayed emergency treatment.
No, that's impossible. Yuan, Nuanyuan is our own daughter. I won't allow you to curse her. I know you hate me. You can hit me. You can yell at me. But you cannot falsely claim that our daughter is dead.
What exactly are you running away from? Yunchi, you failed to protect her while she was still alive. And now that she is gone, you are desperately clinging to these completely unrealistic hollow fantasies. By refusing to accept the cold, hard truth, does denying her death really make your heavy conscience feel any better?
And narrated by M Media.
Impossible. There is no way that Nuanyuan is dead.
These are all forged death and cremation papers.
That is good, really very good work, Yunchi. You truly are such a good father. Since you don't believe the proof on paper, I am going to show you once and for all. Nuan was already frail and had a blood clotting disorder. So not long after the surgery, an accident occurred. Due to her sheer unyielding stubbornness, my daughter didn't survive surgery. She never left the operating table. Of course, you don't know. Because back in those days, your entire heart and soul were completely consumed by that illegitimate child of yours. Do you even have any idea why poor Nuan never managed to make it off that operating table alive? In order to protect your illegitimate child, you pulled every single doctor away, leaving Nuan with absolutely no chance of survival. And yet, you had promised that you would be her hero. So to pass to his... You will protect her for the rest of your life. You claimed that you had the absolute best medical team standing by, that you would never allow her to face any danger or harm. But what actually happened in the end? You broke your promise, and with your very own hands, you pushed her into the dark abyss of death. Yunji, a piece of scum like you doesn't deserve to be Nuan's father. You've always wanted me to hand Nuan over to you, haven't you? I'm handing her over to you at this moment?
How could that possibly be the case? How could that possibly be the case? My dearest Nuan, I have committed an unforgivable sin. I took the life of my own daughter with these very hands. I ended the life of my own precious daughter with my own 2 hands. I killed my girl with my own hands. My dear son.
My daughter Yunuan died on the operating table the day of her surgery. Would you mind telling me exactly how she personally went about pushing your son down the flight of stairs yesterday?
Yeah, how could a dead person possibly harm anyone? Hey, didn't you say earlier that it was Yunuan who pushed your son? I'm really confused. What is actually going on?
I don't know. Maybe Ono misjudged the person.
Misjudge them. Do you take us for fools? Yesterday, you were so convincing. You even gave a detailed account of how their mother incited them.
Mansin, do you think your plan is so clever? It's a real shame that you missed one thing.
Oh, what could that be?
Don't even mention your family.
Hey, Mom, there is no one here at all. It is just a photograph of my sister. It is really quite scary.
If it looks scary, just throw it away.
Yeah, sure, Mom.
My sweet little darling, do you remember what Mommy told you a little while ago?
Yeah, sure, Mom.
After all that, it turned out to be just a kid putting on a bit of a show. They didn't actually fall down, and they weren't hurt at all.
She started it all. Talk about a thief crying thief.
That mistress actually used us as mere pawns to go after the poor, innocent wife. She is absolutely, utterly shameless, and she is a truly vicious woman.
All I ever really wanted was to save my own son. I had no idea that poor Nuan was actually already gone. I just wanted to force Zhang Yuan to save someone.
Forcing me? So the whole world owes your son? Now that your son needs blood, we have to compromise again. So our existence is just to serve and sacrifice for you, is that it? Where does a mistress like you get the nerve?
No, Yunchi, I really don't think that is a good idea.
Narrated by Media.
You're likely right. Your confidence is just a hollow gift from my husband. But forget you for a moment. This man is far more hateful than you could ever be. I, Zhang Yuan, realized my life's tragedy was trusting and loving him so deeply. 10 years together, from school uniforms to the wedding aisle. Rising from a total nobody to a wealthy tycoon. Yet in the end, instead of enjoying the sweet fruits of their labor, they were met with a mistress and an illegitimate child, while their own daughter was sent to an early grave. Have you ever loved? If you did, how could you bear to betray me? How could you bear to abandon Nuan and me time and time again? Have you ever trusted me? If you did, why have you always stood by her instead of me? Didn't I tell you about Nuan's death? Have you ever believed me? Even once?
Yuan, I'm sorry.
I beg you all to stand up for me. My husband and his mistress not only caused my daughter's death, but they even went as far as to use the internet to smear her name, subjecting her to abuse from everyone online, and leaving her no peace even in death. I am asking you all to help me get justice. Justice for my daughter.
Damn it, I can't take this anymore. He abandoned his wife and daughter, then turned around and played the victim. Even a tiger doesn't eat its own cubs. He wouldn't even let his daughter rest in peace after she died. He played us for fools and used us as his pawns. He is absolutely despicable.
You really ought to take these away as well.
This helps protect your body and relieves muscle fatigue when you're tired. I have picked out some very calming incense for you.
Such peaceful rain.
Busy with work, you always get exhausted.
Yuan. Jin Yashu has taken the company from him as well. He has absolutely nothing left now.
It's time to start winding down.
Is that enough for you now?
This is the last time, Sumanzi. I have fulfilled my responsibilities to you and Xiaoye. Once Xiaoye's surgery is over, we will have nothing more to do with each other.
So you're not going to look after us anymore? Xiaoye is your only
Translated
child after
and
all.
narrated by
All I ever wanted was Yuan and Nuan. Nuan is
already
gone, but Yuan is still here. I'm gonna find Yuan.
She's already divorced you. It's just me and Xiao.
Say no more. Divorced or not, Zhang Yuan is the only wife I recognize. I am going to find her and seek her forgiveness. Even if it takes the rest of my life, I will do everything in my power to win her back. As for you and Ono, I've already sacrificed everything for your sake. I truly believe I've done enough.
Doctor, please, you have to help me, doctor.
The patient is in acute renal failure. I must undergo a kidney transplant. Haven't you contacted a donor yet?
We have finally made contact. This is the donor's consent form.
Oh no, the donor changed their mind at the last minute and refuses to come in for surgery.
How could this happen? Changing plans at the last minute. How is that acceptable? What do we do now?
What is going on?
It was the child's father who signed the official organ donation consent form. However, the mother has just revoked that consent, citing her full legal custody of the child. Now that the donor has backed out at the very last minute, the surgery simply cannot proceed.
This is the patient's second kidney transplant, and the situation is more critical than the first. If we don't operate within 3 hours, it will be beyond saving even for a miracle.
What am I supposed to do? What should I be doing now?
Jin Yanshu, I'm going to find Jin Yanshu and get to the bottom of this. Jin Yanshu, what's going on with the organ donation consent form you gave me? Why did the donor back out at the last minute?
The donation document I gave you is real, but the donor is one of their own. What does that have to do with me?
Jin Yanshu, you are playing games with me. My company has already granted their approval.
I'm curious about that too. Is the status of an illegitimate child really that important to you?
I can't believe
The
you'd go
film was
this far.
translated and narrated by
Do you
M.
fully
Media.
realize that even if Xiaoye is saved, he will be nothing more than just a broken man?
Xiaoye's condition is congenital. Even if the kidney transplant is successful, the potential complications are too numerous to even list. It's impossible to be like a normal person. You'll need medication to survive for the rest of your life.
I honestly feel like I don't even know who you are to me anymore. Even though Zhang Yuan and Yun Nuan are people who are truly irreplaceable to you. But why must you force them to endure all these terrible hardships while you reserve all the benefits for those unimportant outsiders? Yes, I am just like you. I am not a good person either. But I know for certain that you always save the very best for those who truly matter the most to you. Guards, seize this person and throw them out of here at once.
You go. Jin Yanshu, you have lied to me. Jin Yanshu, you lied.
You're here to laugh at me.
That's right. I'm here to see you make a fool of yourself. Xiaoye's biological father treats him like a discarded pawn and couldn't care less. Yet here you are, with no blood relation to him, acting like your life depends on it. Seeing you act this stupidly, I honestly find it hilarious.
What did you say?
For many years now, Su Manzi has been acting as Jin Yanshu's secret mistress, and that child, Xiaoye, is actually theirs. The two of them have been playing you for a complete and utter fool, and they have completely turned your entire world upside down.
Are you saying Xiaoye is the child of both Su Manzi and Jin Yanshu?
The patient's oxygen saturation is dropping. We need to get the surgery started right away. Has the donor not arrived yet?
Jin Yanshu, please answer your phone. Please, you must pick up the phone. Ah!
Su Manzi.
Yongqi, tell me, did you find Jin Yanshu?
Is Xiaoye truly my own biological child? Please, I am begging you, tell me the truth right now. Just get lost.
Yongqi, I'm begging you. Please look over here.
I need to get a paternity test. Right now. Immediately. Use the fast track. I need to know the result.
Do you happen to know why Xiaoye's reaction to the rejection is so severe? It is because there is actually no blood relationship at all between Xiaoye and
The film was
Nuanuan.
translated and narrated by M. Media.
Yunqi, oh Yunqi, you have truly proven yourself to be a complete and utter fool. You actually went and murdered your own daughter, your own flesh and blood, for the sake of your enemy's son.
This is Jin Yanshu. No, it really won't. It simply won't. The final outcome will not be quite that cruel. No, I'm afraid that won't happen. Not in a million years.
Sir, Mr. Lin, sir, the test results are in.
No, I am truly deeply and incredibly sorry, Xiaoyuan. It is feeling so very, very warm in here. Dad is so sorry, my kids. I mean, all of you. It's Dad who ruined you. Please do accept my deepest condolences.
Let's talk. It seems that even after all the calculated efforts to plunder the life force of others, one still cannot escape the fate of death.
Are you here to see me get what I deserve? You've been wishing for Xiaoye to die for a long time, haven't you?
I am not quite that twisted. He was, after all, only a young child. I am truly saddened by his passing as well.
So why did you call me here?
The film
I want
was
to tell you some
translated
truths.
and narrated by M Media.
What truths?
Do you happen to know who Jin Yuanshu found to be the donor? And do you know the reason why that donor suddenly decided to back out? Sang Yuanlang took his mother's surname. He should have been named Jin Yuanlang. He is the biological son of Jin Yuanshu and his first wife, Sang Wan. He was raised abroad, which is why you haven't met him. He and Xiaoye are the real half-brothers. So it's perfectly normal that his kidney compatibility is much higher than Nuanyuan's. But do you really think Jin Yuanshu would sacrifice her pampered legitimate child to save your family's illegitimate one? That is absolutely correct. He never intended to donate Sang Yuanlang's kidney from the very beginning. Not after Nuanyuan died, Jinya became a discarded pawn to him. He just wants to use you to squeeze the last bit of value out of Yunqi. I have to admit that, even though Yunqi has certainly wronged me in the past, he has never once done you any wrong. Jin Yuanshu refused to sacrifice Sang Yuanlang to save Xiaoye, yet Yunqi was more than willing to use Nuanyuan just to save your life. Mochi... Although it is true that he does not love you, he is quite arguably the single person who treats you better than anyone else in this entire world, and yet you have pushed him down into an irredeemable and truly bottomless abyss. Jin Yuanshu treating you like this. Sumanzi, I really want you to look right at me. Even for the sake of Yonchi and Xiaoye, you really should not let him get away with this.
Please, I am begging you. Just let me go. If it is money that you are after, I can give you whatever you need.
Danshi, hey there. What is it you're trying to do?
If I don't do this, I'm afraid you never want to see me again for the rest of your life. You.
The film was
I heard that-
translated and narrated by M Media.
You are actually going to get married.
Don't you know that already then?
I am begging you. But please, I implore you, do not marry anyone else. Did we not make a sacred promise to remain together for all of eternity? You belong only to me. You simply cannot be with anyone else. I am pleading with you. Please, just come back to me. Oh.
Just get out of my sight. Don't you dare lay a hand on me. You are the one who killed Nuanyuan, and you expect me to return to you. Keep on dreaming.
My precious you. I was deceived by Sumanro and Jin Yuanshu as well. I only just found out that Xiaoye isn't my child at all. I beg you, please don't leave me, please. What point is there in me living otherwise? I know you hate me for causing anyone's death, and I am heartbroken too. But we could always try for another child. We can always go have another Nuanyuan. I love you more than anything. Please, I'm begging you, don't leave me, okay? Oh, how dare you? That birthmark of yours appears to be toxic, and it is situated directly over your heart. Tell me, do you truly love me in your heart?
You're annoying.
Where exactly is that birthmark of yours? Where on earth has it gone? I simply cannot see it anywhere at all. You are certainly not the you here that I once knew. Tell me the truth. Who are you really?
Obviously, I am not you, heir. That is truly ridiculous. You continue to insist that you love her. Yet, after all of this time has passed, you still have not even managed to realize that I am not her.
Who are you exactly? Tell me who you are. Where is Yuan? Where is Yuan hiding?
I am Zheng Yuan's sister, and my name is Zheng Yunyan. We are identical twins, but following our parents' divorce, I moved abroad with my mother and have only just returned to this country. Had you not been responsible for the tragic death of Nuanuan, I truly believe my sister would have already formally introduced me to you by now.
Then why are you pretending to be Yuan? If you are not her, then where is she right now?
Haven't you already met her?
That's impossible.
How could it not be? Don't you realize that for any mother, the experience of losing a child is an absolutely devastating, life-altering, and unbearable blow?
When did she die?
The 7th day following Nuanuan's passing was, as it happened, her birthday. Had you only returned home as you promised on that day, you might have had the chance to see her one final time.
Could you tell me how she died?
Jumped into the sea after leaving behind the divorce papers.
And then why are you only telling me now? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because that was my sister's dying wish. My sister's final request before she passed away. I'm just sending you straight to hell. It is not as if you did not have a proper chance. My sister has known all along that little Xiaoye is not your biological child, and she was fully aware of the schemes of Su Manzi and Jin Yanshu. She laid the entire truth before Nuanuan's memorial tablet. If only you had actually come back home that night, just as you had promised me you would, to take a look, you would have seen it for yourself. It is such a terrible pity. You even broke our last promise.
It is I, indeed.
There is one more thing that I really need to tell you. During the premarital checkup, you were diagnosed with low sperm motility. To save your face, my sister didn't tell a soul to conceive Nuanuan. For years, she took Chinese herbs to conceive. It really wasn't easy to have this child. But in recent years, you've been drinking and socializing for years, and your diet is irregular. Your asthenozoospermia has long since progressed to necrozoospermia. You will never be able to have children again. In other words, Ming, the person you killed, was the only child you were ever going to have in your life. From this moment forward, you are going to remain trapped deep within the eternal, burning depths of hell.
Mr. Jen, you have been reported for fraud and stealing another person's company. Please come with us.
No, I didn't. This is all slanders. Hey, you can't arrest me. I haven't broken any laws.
You scumbag. I honestly believe that it would be for the absolute best if you were to simply go ahead and drop dead right this very second. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I find that I truly cannot stand the sight of you for even one more moment. Please help me offer my apologies to Yunchi. He is the one person I have wronged more than anyone else in my life.
Ooh. I never expected that Su Manzi would actually go and testify.
That is because you have no idea how painful it is for a mother who has had to endure the loss of her child.
Jin Yanshu was finished for this time around.
That is absolutely correct. Even if they manage to survive, they will spend the rest of their lives behind bars.
Su Manzi was with him for 7 years and knew all his crimes. If she hadn't been so heartless, she probably wouldn't have ended up in this state.
This is the price he pays for playing with women and committing every evil act.
Hey, take a look at that guy. He has been kneeling on that grave for several days now. No issues.
What, is it true that Yunchi is dead?
I heard you died kneeling at your sister's grave. To meet his final end in such a fashion as this, I suppose that one might argue that he gave his own life for a truly worthy and noble cause.
He owes all of this to my sister Nuanuan.
What do you plan to do with the assets under his name?
I am planning to establish a charitable foundation in the name of my sister and Nuanuan, and I will use these funds to provide essential support for women and children who are in need.
You know, no matter what you decide to do, I want you to know that I am completely behind you on this. However, before you head off, I really wanted to present you with this little gift I have for you.
What gift?
Ji Yanshu was saved, but she is now in a vegetative state. Her collapse brought a series of financial scandals to light, and the company quickly fell apart. I seized the opportunity to acquire the Yunchi Group. I believe this is the empire your sister helped Yunchi build. It represents so much of her hard work, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to see it disappear.
Ah, Yan, I truly want to express my gratitude for all your help.
Why are you thanking me for something like that? I am your fiancé, after all. In any case, now that your sister has finally been avenged, don't you think it is high time that we finally held our long-awaited wedding ceremony together?
Hey there, sis. How are you getting along with everything over there? I'm getting married too. Honestly, Ayan is such a wonderful, kind-hearted guy. If he hadn't supported me, I wouldn't have been able to keep going. With his help, every single one of those villains has finally received the harsh punishment they truly deserve. Now, you and Nuanuan can finally rest in peace. Sister, please, there is no need to worry. I am going to carry the heavy burden of all your regrets, and I will continue to live my life forward in a state of genuine, lasting happiness.